An imam in Houston wants a nationwide boycott of stores that aren't adhering to Islamic law. This is Wednesday, September 10th, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
We've made it halfway through the week. Thanks for making the Texas Minute part of your Wednesday. If you enjoyed the Texas Minute, please give us a rating. And if you have time, leave a review. We appreciate the feedback, and it helps others find the show. Let's get into the news. Two California-based food companies have filed a lawsuit against Texas's new law banning the sale of cell-cultured meat, arguing that the measure violates the commerce and supremacy clauses of the U.S. Constitution. At issue is a new law that prohibits the sale of cell-grown meat, with violators facing civil and criminal penalties. The ban expires after 2 years, but requires that cell-grown meat be clearly marked with the terms lab-grown, cell-cultured, or something similar going forward. The plaintiffs in the case are Wild Type and Upside Foods. They allege the law was passed to discriminate against competition from outside of Texas. Texas is the seventh state in the union to pass legislation banning the sale of lab-grown meat. Only Texas and Florida, though, have received legal scrutiny after passing such a ban. A Central Texas high school teacher and girls coach has been arrested for having sex with underage boys. Shelby Dawn Lasham has been charged with 1 count of sexual assault of a child and 2 counts of improper relationship between educator and student, although Lasham has said the boys were not students at the schools where she worked. Lasham was working in Valley Mills Independent School District at the time of her arrest. She previously worked for West ISD. Updating a story we first reported yesterday, Texas A&M President Mark Welsh has now announced the termination of a professor who was caught on video instructing students on how to introduce LGBT topics to minors in a children's literature class. This comes after Welsh and other university officials privately defended the coursework. Recorded during a class this summer, a professor's heavy-handed push for gender indoctrination has ignited statewide controversy and calls for accountability at the flagship institution. On Tuesday, Republican State Representative Brian Harrison of Midlothian released more audio of Welsh, who can be heard both defending the course and berating the student who complained about it. Harrison and other lawmakers have now begun calling for Welsh's termination, noting the A&M president is taking action only now because the situation has been exposed to the public. Meanwhile, the Texas A&M System Board of Regents has ordered A&M Chancellor Glenn Hager to conduct an audit of all of the institution's course offerings. The Texas Minute will be right back.
The Luke Macias Show is your access to what happens behind closed doors in Texas politics. Listen weekly to me, your host, Luke Macias, as I break down what is actually happening in conservative politics in the Lone Star State, a state that we all love and cherish. Listen weekly wherever you listen to podcasts. This show is a product of Texas Scorecard.
A group of Muslims in Houston is calling for Muslim-owned businesses to stop selling products forbidden under Islamic law. An imam named Qasim Ali Khan has been marching through neighborhoods urging store owners to comply with parts of Sharia law. Specifically, he has told them to stop selling pork, alcohol, and lottery tickets. Khan is calling for a nationwide boycott of all stores that aren't in compliance with Muslim restrictions. U.S. Senator Ted Cruz condemned the effort, noting that, quote, Sharia law has no force in America. Governor Greg Abbott said that attempts to impose Sharia compliance should be reported to local police or the Department of Public Safety. As you might guess, the Council on American Islamic Relations has criticized Abbott's response and accused the governor of using, quote, fear-mongering tactics about Islam. You can find details on all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Addie Hovland, Aaron Anderson, Robert Montoya, Adam Kahn, and Michael Wilson. Our producer is Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now go make it a great day.